Hello, everyone. It's food for thought time. We've eaten either was tofu or chicken.
I am somebody. I am somebody like you. You are somebody. You are somebody. You are somebody like me. We are somebody. We are somebody. We are somebody like us. I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody like you. You are somebody. You are somebody. You are somebody like me. We are somebody. We are somebody. We are somebody like us. We are all somebody. No matter where we come from, no matter what we look like, we are all somebody, and we must always stand tall.
You always make me feel special, Lily. But a lot of times people just don't feel like they're somebody. They feel like they're almost like nobody. Like a nowhere man, like the Beatles song. Nowhere man, blah blah. You know, what happens to people when they feel like a nobody? Well, what makes them feel? What can help them to make them feel like they're part of the world? They're connected.
Well, the reason people feel like they are not being, it's because they are not being acknowledged and they are not being treated like human beings. Do you know what I mean? We're living in a world where people, a lot of people only care about themselves, and then they look down on people who don't look like them, and it makes other people feel bad if, when you mistreat a person and the person doesn't feel like a human being. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so people sometimes they're just not getting any love at all.
At all.
It's just like they're just treated like worse than a dog even.
Yes, sometimes dogs get better treated than some human beings because some people think they're better than others, and they feel the need to put another person down and make the person feel bad.
Or make them, and one way of doing that is kind of like ignoring them or
ignoring them and hurt them. When you hurt them, sure things happen, crushing their spirits and hurt them physically and emotionally.
Why would someone want to crush someone's spirit? I mean, that seems like the opposite of a human thing. You want to lift people's spirits. You don't want to crush them. But people's spirits are crushed a lot.
Right.
Why?
Well, because some people they have the need to feel better about themselves. And when they don't feel good about themselves, they prey on others, especially those who are weak, like old people, like children.
You don't mean like me? You're not saying me, are you?
No.
I'm not that old. Oh, you're looking at me. Oh.
They prey on women, prey on other people because they're angry.
Somehow, yeah,
yes.
Men, there's that chauvinism that keeps the woman down and stuff. Because I think men sometimes are jealous of women because they're so open and emotional and stuff. And then when women show that vulnerability, men get almost jealous of oh, I wish I could be that open and vulnerable and emotional and stuff, but I'm a man, so I'm gonna make you feel bad about, Do you ever felt that from men at all?
Occasionally, but I always treat people with dignity. It doesn't matter if they hurt me or not. It doesn't matter if they mistreat me. I always reach out to everyone with a smile or a hello, so that when you do that, then you have to curb their need to hurt others. You just raise them up.
Can you give me an example of one time where you really felt like that you reached a person who was masochistic and was mean, and that you touched them and then they mellowed out? Can you give me an example of a story?
Yeah, I have many stories. When I was 8 years old, I was walking on the alley, and many people were walking on that alley, and then there was
Busy alley, huh?
great chance people going selling things, and that man had a piece of wood in his hand. He was beating on that child. That child could have been 8 or 9 years old.
Ouch.
And then everyone was passing by, and then they said nothing. They let it happen. They turned the other way because they didn't want to help. And then so I told him, I beg of him, I knelt down and I beg of him to stop hurting the little child. And then I'm sorry.
And then what did he do? Did he stop? Or?
Yeah.
And like you sort of reached out to him, and at that moment you kind of healed that part of him that wanted to hit that kid. And so if we're able to heal like deep wounds in people, that stops those wounds from like spreading. So one wound causing another one almost. That's that sad moment for you, thinking about that?
Yeah, and so much bad things are happening to people, and nobody reach out. And it's so sad, and so many people are suffering, and everybody watches, and no one does anything anymore. And
how can people be that cold?
It's very violent out there. And most of the time, we don't even know what other people are going through because we don't want to take the time to find out the pain they're going through. And then people just pass by. Instead of helping the person, they participate in the person's pain. Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen that kind of sicko stuff out there. But with people like you out there that, it's pushing that opposite energy of... I've seen you like your Christmas things where you go around and, give the homeless a little Christmas present. You drive around and stuff like that. Those things help. You may be surprised at like just one healing of one person, how it can like be paid forward. And so boom, boom, boom. He's healed. He heals him. Healed. And so it's just like an avalanche of healing.
Yeah.
And so if you are responsible for the beginning of an avalanche of healing, you could be very proud of yourself if you're because that's a feeling I get about you and particularly as I edit your books in childhood. You has created these kind of avalanches of healing.
But people prey on people like me. Unfortunately, that's why there are not too many people doing good. Because when you're good and kind, and they see it as weakness, and they prey on it, and they will hurt you. They will hunt you down like a sick animal, and they will hurt you. And no one will stand up for you. No one will stand up for you.
No one's ever stood up for you like in a
Not
situation
really.
like that?
I stood up for people, but people never stood up for me. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a nice
Very interesting
night.
show today.
You have a good night.
Healing,
And
healing avalanche.
reach out to somebody.
You
if you know
begin
someone
one.
is hurting, reach out. It starts with us.